Thanks very much, Koshi. Well, ads exploiting women could soon be banned in Victoria under a government crackdown. Now, the plan is part of Premier John Brumby's so-called Respect agenda. It also includes declaring whether images have been digitally altered and ensuring women in the media are portrayed in a positive light. So what do the people of Victoria think?
Definitely they should be banned. This is the country that produced Germaine Greer, but you would never know that she'd happened, the way young women are quite willing to be exploited through advertising and in images all over the place.
I agree.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because if they do that for women, why don't they do it for men as well? Seeing we're
women are not
equal.
things to be used.
Seeing we're
They're equals and they're
equals.
It's ridiculous. I legislate against anything and everything. Soon there'll be legislation on what side of the road ants can travel on.
That's an option we hadn't thought of. But anyway, is this idea workable? Let's ask marketing expert Jane Caro, who's a guest on the Gruen Transfer, and author and body image expert Dannielle Miller. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Dannielle, do you think we need to go as far as legislating against this, or are we going too far?
I think there has been a lot of discussion to date, but not much action. And although I think it is really important we address this, because certainly young girls are paying the price of constant bombardment of images that aren't helpful, I do believe that legislation will prove somewhat problematic, and I'm not entirely sure how that would work. As a first step, absolutely caption images that have been digitally enhanced, and perhaps let's also focus on the positive and reward advertisers that are doing a great job portraying women in a positive light.
Jane, is there an ad out there, though, that hasn't been digitally altered to some degree? Is there, I mean, every photo I've ever had done of me has been photoshopped. I'm quite happy for that, take out any wrinkles. But, you know, in all honesty, is there a photo that doesn't get fixed?
Oh yes, there are. It depends on the kind of image you're trying to portray in an ad. If you're trying to look really realistic about whatever the product is, you won't retouch necessarily the people in the ad. It depends on whether you're doing a beauty product, how you're doing it, what you're doing it, what you're talking about. So there are degrees. Like often the makeup ones, we see the Sharon Stones in a makeup ad and she just looks like she's got the skin of a 5-year-old. Yes.
So you know that's been digitally enhanced. And I guess my point too is, don't most people really know that they have been changed?
No, I don't think they do, or they don't consciously think about it. And I do agree that the best part of this legislation, and basically I think it's not going to work, except for I think if something has been digitally enhanced or changed, it should say so on the screen or on the photograph, because otherwise it is deception. It is actually saying this person looks like this because of our product. No, this person looks like this because you've done it with either lighting or camera or whatever, or you've digitally enhanced it. So no, that's deceptive, and anything that's deceptive is not okay. My problem with the legislation is most of the ads that are aimed at women that are difficult in this area, like cosmetic ads, that kind of thing, are made internationally. They're not going to change for Victoria. They're just going to skip Victoria. And that will have ramifications that will impact on cash-strapped media that aren't getting lots of advertising dollars now anyway. And it's really not going to do anything. It's addressing the symptom rather than the cause. We need to look at women's self-esteem and their feeling that they're never good enough. That's a problem that the whole of society needs to tackle. And I don't think attacking advertising per se is really going to do much more than, well, leave Victoria out of the loop.
And as a parent, I mean, as a mother, I go home, my kids know that mummy takes all her makeup off and she certainly doesn't look like she does on telly, and that's sort of, there's a big difference. Dannielle, I know that there's a couple of ads, you work a lot with teenagers, there's some ads they love versus ones they don't. What's the difference? We'll have a look at them, the good and bad, the difference in their mind.
Sure, this is an example of an ad that girls have identified as being really helpful and positive, and it features Jodie Henry there looking strong and positive. The slogan's wonderful: swim, swim, giggle, win, win. I know when I'm having fun, nothing can stop me. You know, again, that's a really positive portrayal of women versus this hideous ad for skin sportswear. Men will love you, women will hate you. Lucky you're not a lesbian. Skins is wonderful for women who like the feeling of claws in their back. Again, this is an ad that girls, is typical of the sorts of ads that girls find very destructive. This was from Girlfriend magazine, showing a body that's completely digitally enhanced, incredibly sexual. She's not even a somebody, she's faceless, and the emphasis is purely on her body parts. These sorts of things aren't helpful for young women. We know that eating disorders are on the increase, as is self-harm, binge drinking. The ultimate glass ceiling for many girls seems to be the bathroom mirror. So while legislating might prove problematic, we absolutely do need to address self-esteem issues in our best and brightest young women. Educating is part of that picture, as is encouraging advertisers to do the right thing, and perhaps educating them too on what works and what doesn't for this generation of girls.
But let's not make it all relentlessly positive, because only positive is going to add another burden to the way women have to be. Never human.
Yeah.
Multi-pronged. All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much, ladies, for joining me this morning. Good
Pleasure.
to talk to you.
Thank you.
Back to you.